What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Sports Cards here for a not really impromptu live stream because I talked about doing this in yesterday's video. So yeah, Saturday morning live stream. Didn't have any type of video planned for today. Haven't done a live stream in a while. Oh, Sports Card Anonymous. What is up, Dakota? So yeah, just figured I'd pop on and do the old Q&A thing. So yeah, I haven't done one of these since the live stream birthday. I didn't realize it's been that long since I did a live. So I figured I'd better fire one up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, chat. Good morning. So let's start with this. Yeah, NBA playoffs have been freaking fantastic. I wish Luka would have won last night, but can't have everything. Card prices are reacting to the NBA playoffs in what I would consider a normal human fashion, as I talked about in Friday's video. What else is going on? Oh, this coming Friday, so 6 days from now, Card Collector 2 Trade Night, which I think I'm going to be attending. I think I'm going to head down to CC2's new shop for the trade night on Friday. I was loading up the case last night, getting some things organized to potentially head down there on Friday, just because I don't even know if I'm going to record anything, to be quite honest. I'll probably bring the camera. I don't know if I'll record, but I just think it'll be fun. I just think it'll be a good time. So I want to kind of head down to that. And NBA playoffs is kind of the big thing happening right now, and they've been absolutely fantastic. I'm not a big boxing guy, just in general. Not big on the old boxing. Never been my thing. I do wish Luka won last night. I think his card prices would have seen a healthy spike if they would have gone up 3-0 in that series. That's been the most fun series to watch. I'm just a huge Luka fan. If the Cavs aren't involved, then I am Team Luka and Team Ja. Let's see what's Dakota spitting out here. I am struggling with a question. What would you rather pursue? A PSA 10 base chrome rookies or PSA non-numbered refractors baseball? I think in the current market, I would go with refractors. And I feel like they usually stay at around the same price no matter what. And at least the refractor looks better on the desk. So I wouldn't say no to either. If one seems like a more sexy price point than the other, I don't think either one's a bad play. I might do a baseball specific video next week. Some of the stuff in baseball is getting dirt cheap. Like dirt cheap. Paper top stuff is way down there. I noticed on Star Stock, you could get like Tatis and Soto base papers for like $180, which I have not seen those below $200 since last summer. So it's not like it's not going to be a sexy card to own, but if those get to a certain point, I think you could just load up on them and, do the slow churn and burn and just wait till the spring till things get better. I wasn't in Dallas, but according to Hannah from She Collects Cards, I did that video. Check out, there's a video on the channel earlier this week that I had She Collects Cards on to talk about Dallas specifically because I was not able to go. She said F1 and people wanting to trade and not put money into the market were essentially the big things. So I am this Atlanta card show. I really want to go to. Really want to go to. It's 2 weeks before the National, and I just don't know that I could justify 2 trips because that's money that I could just be spending at the National. But the fact that it's cards and comics, I could give 2 craps about the sneakers, but it sounds like there's going to be a decent comic book presence at that. So I would. It's on my list. I have price alerts set for flights to Atlanta for sure. What comics are you specking on right now? So I've been going in on what I consider. This will be on probably Monday's Marvel video, but I'll give you guys a spoiler alert for the live stream people. I've been buying X-Men covers and minor keys, more so just classic covers. These were on Instagram, so it's not like a huge spoiler. So this came in this week. Sorry, I never have the camera set up correctly to show off comic books really good. There is nothing special about this book other than the fact it is just a really cool John Romita Jr. Wolverine cover. One of my favorites. So pick this up. I've actually bought a lot of comic books this not a lot, like 4. I grabbed this. This was actually the same seller. I bought both these at auction to save on shipping. This one's nice. Once again, classic Romita cover and also minor key. It's the first appearance of the Marauders, one of the X-Men's villain teams that they went up against quite a few times. I got both these for like $500, a little less than that shipped. The one that I'm most excited about, and I haven't showed this one yet either, is what is my watch doing? This one, I absolutely adore this cover. I believe this is the first cover appearance of Wolverine and Sabretooth fighting. Always love this cover. And this one, same thing. These were all about, I think that one was a little bit more, but these were all sub $300 and all around $250. I had another one floating around here somewhere. Oh, this is just kind of more of a PC item thing. I'm a big Spider-Gwen fan. So I picked up, this is just a variant cover. I normally don't like variant covers for Modern, but Peach Momoko and Spider-Gwen for the Gwenverse Carnage run, but I just really like the cover, so I snagged it. But yeah, X-Men keys, minor X-Men keys. I'm in a weird place right now. I have some money stored up, and I basically don't know what to do with it. I'm torn between going after, I'm at that point where I'm getting close to be able to make a play on like a Hulk 181 or a giant size X-Men one, or like a LeBron Topps Chrome PSA 9. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close, and I'm trying not to get distracted by lower end stuff. But I'm also getting tempted by like some Luka stuff on the dip and the Tatum stuff on the dip. It's just the classic. There's a million things that I want, and there's just not enough money. I kind of talk about that a lot. You hear people say like, "Oh, should I buy this? Should I buy this? Is this a play?" And it's like, yeah, sure, but like, isn't there just better things you could be putting your money into, like, nicer stuff? So I'm in that weird point where there's like a bunch of like, $200 to $500 cards and comics that I want to buy, but I'm just trying to remain disciplined because I'm getting close to being able to make a play on a bigger item. But basketball cards under $50. I don't have a specific list in front of me right now, but I would look at PSA 9s of players that you like. There's nothing wrong with PSA 9s, especially for low dollar flips. Perfectly fine. Tatum could be MVP in the league. Easily could be MVP in the league. 100% could be MVP in the league. Luka's seeing a bump right now because they're up 2-1, so it's more likely that they're going to move on. That series has a long way to go. A lot of things could happen still, but they look like the better team in my opinion, even last night withstanding. Tatum, I think, is going to get minor bumps, but I don't think they're real because no one thinks that the Celtics are actually going to beat the Nets. So if you're looking to buy Tatum, I would still just wait. If you're looking to sell Tatum and get off of him, this is probably your window, to be honest, because it's, the odds of them actually beating the Nets in that series are slim to none, and his stuff's just going to see a price decrease when they get bounced. And if Tatum stuff dips hard, I will 100% be buying. Tatum looks legit. I love Tatum. I don't think the X-Men hype ends in the next year or two. I mean, the MCU phases are planned out for the next 2 years, and X-Men stuff's not even on it yet. And in my opinion, X-Men is going to be mutants in general are going to be what carries the MCU, like probably phase 5. I think they're in phase 4 right now where they're kind of in this in between time, like reset things, bring in a new Avengers team, bring in the Fantastic Four, kind of reestablish the universe. And then probably at the end of phase 4, introduce mutants or sprinkle them in. And then, in my opinion, phase 5 is going to be mutant stuff. So I think we're at the tip of the iceberg for X-Men stuff. And I think you're going to see some pullback. Like, nothing goes up forever. Like, these books are not just going to keep going up, up, and up, just like we thought cards weren't going to go up forever. So at some point in time, there's going to be minor pullbacks or whatever. My thing with going into comic books is it's just extremely safe, and they could be ultra long-term holds if you want them to be. And there's the floor on a comic book key or minor key is so much higher than almost every sports card. It's ridiculous. Other than the absolute, greatest of the great that hold value long term, how many of these guys in the sports card market, especially on the fringe, just go back? I mean, look at Kobe White, Kobe White's a perfect example. His stuff was going for hundreds of dollars last year. And what's a PSA 10 Kobe White go for right now? Like $50, $60. And yeah, the market's down, but also like he kind of sucked last year. If you bought a $500 comic book last year, it might be down a little bit, but like it hasn't crashed to nothing. That's, to me, is the beauty of why I'm putting money in the comic books more than cards lately. So, what are you picking up right now on Star Stock? I just bought what I thought was a steal. I got a Donovan Mitchell Optic PSA 10 for $150. That's the last thing I bought on Star Stock. I have not bought much on Star Stock lately. Give me Jared Allen between Sex, the Land, and the Fro. Yeah, that's going to be a weird vibe. So the next Dallas show is the same weekend as this new Atlanta show, and also is 2 weeks before the National. I think this next Dallas show is going to be just kind of low key, if in my opinion. I've never been the one. I don't really know, but I just see people using that Dallas show to set up for the National, and I wonder if attendance is down because so many people are just going to the National and can't do 2 trips like that in a month. Myself personally, if I was going to choose one, Dallas or Atlanta, I would go to Atlanta because I'm interested in the comic book side of Atlanta. I could get cheaper flights to Atlanta, and the Braves are home that weekend, and that show is literally attached practically to the Braves' new stadium. So there's like a lot of things that you can make a weekend out of that really easy, even if you only wanted to go to the show for a day. I'm not ruling myself out of that yet, but it would be a stretch for me to hit the Atlanta show, but it is on. I'm strongly considering it for a lot of different reasons. The wife and I could fly down there. We could do like a 3-day weekend, hit a Braves game, go to the show on Saturday, fly down on Friday, maybe go to a Braves game Friday night, do the show all day Saturday, get up and fly home on Sunday morning. And there's a Hattie B's hot chicken in Atlanta. Get some Hattie B's hot chicken. Yeah, the more I hear about the Atlanta show, the more I get tempted about it. I'm gonna end up trying to talk myself into it. But just the whole thing is, though, it just being 2 weeks before the National. Like, do I really want to go to Atlanta and drop? I mean, maybe I don't even buy anything. Just it's a weekend and you roam around. But I'm gonna see something that I want to buy at the Atlanta show. Like, let's get real here. I'm not comeback card investor that goes to Dallas and buys cards on eBay while he's in Dallas. Shots fired. Brad just caught a stray. Doesn't even know it. See, I disagree, Dakota. It like people know Tatum's going out, so you know him dropping 50, it just doesn't move. The market is so much smarter now. Yeah, never met him. Yeah, I mean a Tatum dip, bring it on, please. Absolutely, there is buying raw comics to grade. I am just not. I do not have the time, the mental space to do it. But you can 100% do it. Like absolutely. But I am not your source for information on that one. But that is 100% a play. I would. I keep looking at X Men 239. There's just other things that I'd rather grab. New Mutants 100. I should grab one just to have. Yeah, I agree with this PSA slab guy 100%. I think people will use it as like setting up their inventory for what they want to take to the national, and I just have to imagine it's going to be super low key, especially with the way the market is. Oops. Wow, I am way behind on chat. Sorry, chat. I'm way behind. See, here's the thing with Giant Size X Men #1. It could be a trap. I just want one. That's just like bucket list comic book for me. So, and it wouldn't be like I'm buying it to flip in like a year or anything like that. Like, I would be buying that and holding it for, you know, I don't want to say ever, but like a really long time. That would be not a quick flip situation for me. And yeah, prices could be high right now and they could pull back 20 or 30% over the next year. But I still think long term, it's a perfectly fine play. As long as you have a long term time horizon and you're willing to ride out a pullback. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this on Monday's video. That Spider Man PMG going for 30K. Yeah, this seems to be the vibe everywhere, Carson. Good morning, Carson, by the way. I didn't see you sneak in. I think Luca's always a buy. Monday, are you going to Shipshewana? Is that the Shipshewana show you're going to? I briefly considered going to that because I have nothing going on Monday, but it's quite a long drive. So there would probably have to be a hotel involved. ComC sucks right now. I agree with this. I think Tate on the right team. I don't know that it's good. I don't know that he would ever leave the Celtics. I mean, stuff happens, but you and everybody else, I think. I mean, people have liked Tatum, but I think like in this playoff run, people have seen like, oh wait, maybe he is better than I thought that he was. I wonder if it'll take longer for him to dip because everyone wants to buy his dip. I'm not up on current MLB rookies. Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to put money into the market right now, I think you could get some steals. Like high price stuff continues to come down. Lower price stuff still bouncing around a little bit. Yeah, this isn't surprising. I really wish Marvel had the full Spider-Man kit and caboodle and just get it out of Sony's hands. I'm glad that they've been able to work together so far, but I don't know. The fact that there's a Venom and Carnage movie coming out and Spider-Man's just not in it just feels stupid to me. I haven't done much personally, but I mean Dallas deals were getting done. Yeah, people are just shuffling inventory around at the moment. I'm not big on the Overpower cards personally. Um, I don't know. So here's the problem with basketball right now. Like, if you're buying a guy actively in the playoffs, you need to be damn sure that he's at least making the NBA finals if you're looking to quick flip it. And if you're not, just wait for them to get eliminated. Their prices should go down a little bit, you know. So modern NBA always gets in a weird place during the actual playoffs. Yeah, I agree with this. I'll be curious to see like how many tables and stuff they have. Another thing that I heard from Dallas was a lot of the dealers would not move off of like some were priced over comps and like just not willing to go down the current comps for stuff that dipped super hard. They would just be like, I'm just going to hold it until prices rebound, if they rebound, which could be a mistake. So, you know, people walking in with cash at these shows and you're looking to make plays, I think have a major advantage right now, especially for dealers that are looking to sell stuff. It just depends on where you think the current market goes between now and then. Like again, this one's tricky. I'm not necessarily 100% counting them out of that series yet, so those prices could go higher. But they're probably going to dip when they get bounced, and then it's just a matter of how high do they get before next season starts. Some, yeah, I've been hearing this. Oops. I think Flipping Steve said he was heading to the Philly show. I could be wrong on that. The Atlanta show is 2 weeks before um, the National. Good morning. Good morning. I thought about it, but that's quite a haul for me. I think that's like a 4 to 5 hour drive there. And here's the problem: that Shipshewana show is across the street from like one of the largest flea markets in the Midwest, and that place will be a madhouse on Memorial Day, and I just don't feel like dealing with that. Because a lot of people. So here's the thing with football: people aren't selling. So like if you look at the number of football cards that sell in a 7 day period, it's extremely low. So, I mean, I'll show you right now. So I have price movements by cards up in Market Movers, and this is PSA 10s only. Let me put basketball on and search. People are holding football to sell later in the summer, so there's not a lot of inventory on the marketplace. So demand is meeting supply, essentially. It's as simple as that. This is running slow this morning. Uh, Once this sorts itself out, I will circle back to that. Might just be running. They might be doing their morning update. It's 10:30. They usually update market movers around now. But just like if you look at the number of PSA 10 slabs that sell in football right now, it's extremely low. Let's see if I can give this thing a little bump. Basketball. There we go. So in the last 7 days, 195 PSA 10 Ja Morant sold, 110 Lucas sold, 109 Zion sold, and 108 Trae Young sold PSA 10 prisms. So that's 200, 100, 100, and 100. Now let's go look at football for the last 7 days. I bet you it'll be under 50 for the top card, maybe under 30. Yep. So the number one selling card, this is PSA 10 only, in the last 7 days is Justin Herbert base PSA 10, and 25 have sold. So it's just a matter of inventory on the market. And this is why I laugh at people that say that basketball does not drive the sports card market. Look at the sales differences. Yeah, I'll just buy graded comic books. I'll let someone else do the work, and I'll let them profit off me. I'm interested in a Mahomes dip. Oh, what was your hero question? I'm sorry. Just repost it. I'll get it. I'm not a big LaMelo guy. It was the green numbered to 10. Precious Metal Gem. PMG is a Precious Metal 10. Precious Metal Gem from Marvel Retro 2010, I think that was. I just do not know the hockey market at all. I would really like a green Tatum Prism. I mean, this is the first real off-season basketball that it's had in a year because last year's off-season was super short. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone seems to be holding their breath for a Tatum dip. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. What's up, Justin? I'm just concerned that F1's like the latest fad. I know Hannah's been all over it with She Collects Cards. She actually just posted a video this morning I watched right before I went live of her ripping a box of F1 at Burbank. And I mean, it's a nice looking product, but I don't know. It's one of those things for me where I collect what I know and I just don't know F1. Big jaw guy. The answer is eBay. eBay is the price guide now. You can go to 130 point to see selling prices on best offers. I'd wait till after they get eliminated. Agree with this. I think the National is going to be crazy. I wonder if so. Like the NBA market's dipping, whatever. Football's staying flat. Baseball's dipping. Part of me has been wondering, like, is this just the normal cycles that we've been seeing? Like I talked about the football dip in season. Like football dipped hard in season. Just no one seemed to notice because basketball was going on. And I'm wondering if this is just the same dip, just on steroids, and people are noticing it more because it was the NBA market and not football and baseball. And it is I think it's more of a correction than a crash. But I do wonder if the National kind of like jolts the industry. The National is very well timed because it's going to be in like peak. I want to buy football at the end of July, early August. Like that could potentially be the height or the kickoff of the height of the football market craze, and could be at peak dip of the NBA market. Um, so the National is going to be an interesting time period. Plus, like it's going to get the social media bump. Like Gary V's going. I believe Bill Simmons confirmed that he's going because his kid wants to go. Plus, God knows what other famous people are going to be there. There's going to be a million pieces of content that comes out of that. Not surprising. I mean, Randall's a fine player, but he's not like a NBA superstar. I went over comic book pickups already. I haven't bought any cards recently at all. Last card I bought was last night, actually, but it was a Mitchell Optic PSA 10 on Star Stock for $150, which just seemed like a steal. I just want to, I mean, for me, it's the National because I just want to go to the National. Step back. Good morning, buddy. I really wanted to check out the Shipshewana show, but I just feel like it's going to be a traffic nightmare and I want to punch someone in the face. I want X-Men metal so bad in my hands. I don't think it releases till the end of June. I want it in my hands. I want to rip those packs so bad. I have 6 boxes coming. They are back up on DA, by the way, for $250 a box. They keep raising the prices on them. I don't think we're in junk wax era 2.0. Pass. Seems like a lot of work. Tatum Select, Tatum Green, Tatum Silvers, Tatum. Possibly. That market continues to level itself out. I'm probably gonna talk about that on Monday as well. Probably mail day and Marvel trading cards is probably going to be the primary focus of my Monday video. I've been starting to put thoughts together for what I want to talk about on that. I have not. I just buy already graded. I still think it dips a little bit. It might not dip as hard, but there. I mean, you're not wrong. There is a chance that maybe we missed the window. Take a sip of my mocha. I thought Tatum was your boy. Step back. You're all Bostoned up. Anthony Simons has had like 16 chances in Portland and hasn't grabbed it. So, yeah, man. Hey, it looks like if you're looking to move Tatum, man, post it up in the chat. Go for it. People are looking. It appears people are looking. I regret not buying. There was a select concourse Tatum that went on eBay last night for like $225 at auction. I regret not buying it. Where's my Tatum stuff? These are my only 2 Tatums that I have slabbed. Where are they at? Right here. Oh God, let me not break StreamYard. Oops. Yeah, this one. I got these 2 bad boys. That's it. Love this one. Like pop 250 on this, I think, give or take. And then just base prism, nothing crazy. I've told this story a bunch. This card, I think I paid $25 for. I bought it before, bought it in 2019 for I think $25. This one I think I paid like 250, 300 for, but extremely low pop on the select premier level. Tatum, always really liked that one. I like the Concourse better. Concourse is a super sexy looking card. It's on my list. Back to that. There we go. Encased is fine. I'm not going necessarily to buy. I'm going for networking, fun, meeting people, content, etc. So I've been putting together. So I'm starting to think about what content I want to do at the National. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of traditional vlog style videos where it's just me carrying the camera, walking around and shooting at the cases. I think I'm going to do like a room tour type thing where, walk in, just kind of like walk the show floor kind of loosely, like take a lap, give you guys the vibe. Um, but I don't think I'm going to do a lot of like camera down shooting at the cases and like quote unquote making deals and stuff because there's just people that do that better. I don't have my own cameraman. So, you know, the channels that do it extremely well. And that's just not my strength. But I am scheming. Schemes are happening for content at the National. Don't you worry. Um, Good question, but I don't know because local shows just vary so much on where you are and what they have. No, I don't think so. I have no problems with managed payments. It's slightly annoying, but like managed payments is not that big of a deal. I don't know why people. I was super annoyed at the beginning, but having been on it now, it's fine. It is 100% perfectly fine. You just got to get used to it. It's really, I don't, you know, I don't get it. Oh, I'm way behind. Holy smokes, chat. All the stuff he said came to be, people are flipping out. HGA seems not great right now. I have not used them personally. I watched 502 Frank's video the other day. I'm hearing they're going overtime on 10 and 30-day orders, which is pathetic when you have capped submissions. I mean, 502 Frank did a big rant on this. It seems, I don't know if they're grading accurately or hard or what, but a ton of nines are coming out of them. Very few 9.5s. Yeah. Uh, I'm not surprised by this. I noticed today, last night, I looked at CSG's timelines. Their bulk CSG is out to 10 months at the moment. It is 199 business days for a bulk CSG order. So they certainly look to be heading down the SGC 2.0 path. How much did you get for it? I have bought off Macari. I bought actually a box of 90 Marvel Universe cards off Mercari. Yeah, people just throwing stuff out there, even though they can't, you know. I've been hearing rumors of tickets selling out for the National potentially. I don't know if that's just a scare tactic, but I locked in my VIP badge for all 5 days or whatever. I'm not actually getting there till Thursday, but it was still cheaper to buy the 5 day pass, even though I'm only going to be there for 4 days. Um, so yeah, I'll be curious to see how that plays out. But sealed wax is still sealed wax. This right here, 100% agree with this. Probably Monday. Probably Monday. Okay, that's all right. Fair enough. Step back. Use Tatum to buy more Jordan. I didn't do comic specs. I just showed what I recently been buying. Which you probably, if you're on, I posted them on IG. So, I mean, I don't know how much value their slabs hold now. I mean, I know that they sell for an okay rate, but like, you know, this right here still baffles me. Embiid stuff is still pretty cheap. There's probably a play to be made if you think that they can make it to the finals. I agree with this as an owner of one. I don't know. It would depend on what it is, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just the whole pressing and cleaning thing and sending it off to someone else to do that. And I don't know. I really don't know why. I think it's just more of a time thing. You know what I mean? Just sitting down and going through a stack of comics. I just don't have time for that. Oops. Cody Bellinger did dip pretty hard. Marvel card market is still leveling itself out. Um, I think like the PMGs and stuff like that are always going to be extremely valuable. Marvel masterpieces, the early years. I'm extremely interested in the X-Men metal product that's coming out later this month, hopefully, or later in June, I guess. It's not June yet. There's rumors of an Avengers metal product coming after this X-Men one, so I will be all over that. The new Black Diamond stuff seems to be doing extremely well. I don't want to say I missed the boat on that. I'm just not as interested in cards based off the movies, and that's what Black Diamond's built on. But some of the prices that stuff's getting is insane, and the wax prices on that have gone way up. Sure, I can just take a picture of them, or just talk about them off the show floor. It's all good. I don't know that I want to shoot a lot of vlog style video, like on the show floor style video. My basic thought process here is to zag. You know, everyone's doing show floor vlogs, so let me do the opposite of that. Head to Atlanta. That Atlanta show. Go to the Atlanta show, Justin. Sounds like it's going to be a cross between cards and comics. It's our dream come true. This has not come up yet. I have not bought any Lubob personally, but I am keeping an eye is too strong of a term, but I casually glance over at him every once in a while. Get a case. This will probably be super hard to show on camera. Hold on a second. I picked up one of these. I've been very happy with it so far. This is a firebox. So let me see if I can get this thing open without completely wrecking my desk. So this is what I use. PSA slabs fit in here, and BGS slabs on one side. This backside fits just PSA slabs. The only thing that doesn't fit, SGC slabs do not fit really well. They're really tight in there. So I put them sideways in there like that. And then I usually use, which actually is probably the most valuable thing in the hobby right now. I use sealed packs of top loaders to take up space if I don't have the full thing. So I have graded on this side. I have a stack of raw stuff on this side. I was setting this up last night to head down to Card Collector 2's trade night. This one's nice. It's not super huge. It's got 2 rows, has a shoulder strap, which I really like. And it also has a handle. It does have a lock, but I don't really use the lock. Back off to the side there. Adjust this bad boy. Might be a little bit crooked. Oh, well. I don't want to completely make everyone nauseated. I am using StreamYard at the moment. I've switched over to StreamYard. I used to just use OBS directly, but StreamYard is a much better product for streaming. I still think the Clippers are going to clip. I like the Embiid play. I do not like buying Randall. Holy smokes. That's wild. 60 days on a 30. Wow. I'm surprised more people aren't losing their mind about that. Yeah, I've been hearing this a lot lately. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna have the queue, you better damn sure hit the freaking turnaround times. Oh, I got a super chat. Ah, thank you very much. Cool by default. I skipped ahead in case you had a question there, but just kind words. Thank you very much. Agree. Ever, but yeah, the HGA hate is deep right now. Wow. I mean, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. You only have like 15. Okay, sharpshooter. Cool. Yikes. I'm sure there absolutely is because people do it all the time. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, HGA, man. I don't think they do, but I wouldn't be surprised if it caught some attention this year. I mean, I know the Ringer is going to cover it big because Simmons will be there and the sports card nonsense guys will be there. I'm not going to say any card. No, I think this is a little too extreme, but I get what you're saying. It's still about buying the right card of the right player. Yeah, that's just the market I've never dove into. I know that it's super niche though. They do grade every page. Rip. Yeah, I haven't seen a corollary between Marvel cards getting a bump with the movies, but I'm sure that it can't hurt. I missed the boat on these. I like them from a collectible standpoint because I like peach artwork, but I didn't buy any, so rip. I would have liked to have ripped a box or two though. I've spent so much more on comics in the last 4 months than I have cards. It's crazy. I don't think anyone thinks the Mavs were winning the West or anything crazy like that, but I mean, most people had them losing to the Clippers, so it's not like absolutely insane if that happens. I am essentially so how I'm handling this is I am in a hold period. Um, and I am targeting like Luca, Ja, waiting to see how big LeBron dips, and Tatum, stuff like that. The same players that I've always been going after, but I'm just watching to see how low that they go and potentially jump into cards that I could in the past would not have been able, not necessarily been able to afford, but want to put money into. Smart play, Vegeta. Also, cool avatar and cool name. Yeah, baseball's in a weird part right now. I mean, the baseball market is doing what most of the sports cards do when you get in season. People kind of forget about it. No truer words have ever been spoken. Do they though? I mean, I think yes, they do, but like, I don't know. I have thoughts on I have a lot of thoughts on the sports car vlog scene. Yeah, the tax situation is going to be weird. Once again, cool by default. Thank you very much for the kind words and the super chats. Yeah, you can get the Harbor Freight ones too. I like this one because it was specifically designed for sports cards. It was a little bit more expensive, but I didn't want to mess with cutting out foam and all that crap. Oh, I didn't realize it was tanked that hard. That's an interesting buy. I don't know that they go back up to their old prices. I'm good, man. SGC has been cranking orders for sure. I don't know that anyone cares about their slabs still, but yeah, I am not shocked at all that this has happened. I mean, getting a 10 there was never the play. They're like BGS. You want the 9.5. I, 10s weren't what they were going for. It was 9.5s. I mean, I just kind of said it, but getting a 10 at HGA is like getting a BGS 10. They're few and far between. So that's not surprising. It's the lack of 9.5s. Yeah, I'm wondering if the National catches more mainstream media than it would in the past. I still just don't like the feel of an SGC slab in hand, and I do not like the label. And they still don't seem very liquid. I think the comic book market desperately needs it, but you better move quickly because I'm trying to talk market movers into doing it. Nice. Nice. Charles, do you know of an actual firm? Is it actually going to come out at the end of June? Like for sure? I assume that it is this time since, the DA Card World pre-orders. So should we host the Top Shot funeral this weekend, or should we wait for a non-holiday weekend when people aren't busy with other things? Like when should we set that up? Are people too tied up to do the calling hours this weekend for Top Shot? Because that is dead. I've officially pulled all my money off Top Shot. I sold every moment that I have, and I am completely done. I netted out about $2,600, I think, total. I was into the platform for $60, and I pulled off about 26 or 2,800 after fees. So I pulled out 2K a few weeks ago, or like a month or two ago now, and I left like $800 on there just to play around with. And then I just recently sold all the moments that I had and pulled off my last 800. Absolutely nothing wrong with buying PSA 9s. I have not, and they are so far behind already. I don't know that it's a priority for them. It's just a mental headspace you got to get yourself into. no matter what you do, it's always going to be there. So you just got to kind of roll with the punches and don't feed them. That's always the biggest key. Cool, UAW Dogs 96. Enjoy your HGA slabs. I've heard mixed reviews on their customer service. I got enough of those to build a yurt. That's funny. I'm not super familiar with the 30th anniversary Spider-Man cards. I don't think that they're super crazy valuable. Oops. I don't know. They are. I see a lot of kids at the local shows that I go to, and a lot of the kids are out hustling the adults. To be honest with you, I guess it depends on what age of kid you're talking about. I love Jim Lee X-Men. I have 2 boxes sitting behind me, looking at them right now. One purple, one aqua. If it's for PC and you like the way that they look, you do you. If it's for resale value, I'm not sure about that. Just depends what you're doing with them. Oh, nice. That seems really cheap for a pink. Where'd you pick that up at? Yeah, a lot of a segment of people do. I just think that there's a lack of other content coming out. That I think people focus too much on the vlog stuff. Like I said, I have some schemes. We'll see what happens. Nothing's set in stone. For me, it's not so much about the HGA grades. It's about them. The whole 10-day means 10 days stuff. And if you're going to queue, whoops, if you're going to have a software queue and all that, or a queue to submit cards to you and you still can't hit turnaround times and your queue's still super small, like that just does not give me a good vibe. I don't know that they disclose this, but it's supposed to be pretty small. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see if that holds. It's super small sample size right now. I don't know. I've never done bulk with PSA. Pretty much. I don't know that it's going to happen anytime soon, but I every time I can pester the team at Market Movers, I'm always like, "Hey, you guys should do comic books because there's nothing like Market Movers for comic books. Untapped market." Ooh, that's a monster. I have no idea. Someone smarter than me would need to answer that question. Pretty much this. Um, I can't think of anything crazy. I mean, I'm already in the sports cards, Marvel cards, and comic books, so there's only so many places money can go. Oh, Star Stock type of. Now that's interesting. My slab sells comic books now, by the way. Yeah, I don't know Vegas fines at all, so like I'm not gonna sit here and say anything bad about the guy. Like I watched a couple of his videos, but um, yeah, I mean, Top Shot is toast in my opinion. Yes, I am. I just haven't updated the spreadsheet for a while. There are so many Herbert cards. What Lucas you got on my slabs? What do you got? You got anything spicy? So the only problem with this is, Justin, I like the idea, but I can tell you right now, comic book buyers are gonna want to see the actual book that they're buying. So you're gonna need an individual scan of the CGC 9 point whatever it is that you're buying. And not just like how Star Stock is a, generic PSA 10, like you don't actually see the card. I think for a comic book, you're going to need to attach an individual scan with whatever it is that you're buying. I think that is a must for a platform like that, for a Star Stock version of comics to succeed, because especially lower grade stuff, how it presents is so important, and not all Hulk 181 5.0s are created equal, in my opinion. And the prices swing because of it. Um, I mean, you could say this about the entire modern market. I kind of touched on this at the tail end of yesterday's video, and I may expound upon it in another video. The key is figuring out which cards are the ones that are going to hold value long term. So, like, silvers and hollows are always going to do well and probably outsell numbered cards in some cases in regards to resale price, because there's just more demand there for them. So I think silver and hollows you can never go wrong with, and team color match. So like the green Tatum or a blue Luca or a red Trey Young, that sort of stuff. I think MPJ is always a play. I like MPJ. I think this is just artificially low because not a lot have been sent in yet because he didn't get hyped till later. So, like saying there's only 57 in the pop, sure, like that looks cool and all, but like that is a number that's going to go up. I mean, it's select premier and it's older select premier, so it's not like it's going to be astronomical. But don't get too tied up that there's only 57 on the pop report, because that number will go up. But in general, I do like MPJ select. Thank you very much. You too, everyone. You guys have a nice weekend. HGA, SGC, or just wait for PSA to open back up again? Um, it depends on the card. You got to sit down and do the math. How much does it cost to grade? How much will it sell for, assuming you get a PSA 9, an HGA 9, or an SGC 9? Can you make a profit? Factor in the cost to grade, the time to get it back, and then just start doing the math. That's all grading is. I asked them about this a while ago. They said they would not add HGA or CSG slab prices for a while. Um, there's just not enough on the market yet. Like there needs to be active sales of stuff, of more common cards, to justify them putting the time and effort into adding it, is basically the way that I took it for what I understood. Um, so I don't know that it'll be added anytime soon. I mean, if you got a bunch, just slowly sell them. Sell a couple now, wait a week, sell a couple more, wait a couple weeks, sell a couple more. You don't have to dump them on the market all at once. Just slowly start selling them off. Then you protect yourself if prices dip. You got out on some before they went down, and if prices go up, then you still have some to sell as prices went up. I don't know. I mean, 9.8s are not going to go up forever. It's just more about that when the downturn happens, the floor is so much higher. Later, Dakota. Good luck with the second one, man. It's going off of when it was entered into the system. So not the date that it was received, like in their loading dock. It's when it's been unboxed and actually entered into the system. Not really. I'm just not a vintage guy. I've considered going after maybe like some Jim Brown cards just for PC purposes, but there's just still too much money I'm throwing around at other dumb stuff. 100%. eBay auctions are the play. You can still get deals on Star Stock. I mean, you're not wrong. You have to be priced correctly. The problem, a lot of people don't price their stuff correctly on Star Stock to sell. They list it high. If you really want to sell a card on Star Stock, list it below eBay prices because you're saving 7% in eBay fees and you don't have to worry about shipping. So list for 10% less than eBay comps and your stuff will probably move. A lot of people list over eBay comps and I think it's just foolish. Just people being greedy. This is a smart play, I think. This is a very niche market, but I think you could do well there. He disappeared. I have no idea. Like I said, I don't really know him at all. So a lot of people were, but a lot of people were. I mean, I was anti Top Shot from day one. Like, go back and look at when I made that video about getting money off Top Shot's a joke. I did that whole video about that where I ranted. Go look at some of the comments on there, man. People were not happy with me with that one. It was funny. There are a billion Justin Herbert cards out there. Always smash the like button. I mean, I made cash on Top Shot. I can't fault them for that. I 100% made money on Top Shot. Like I said, I put $60 into the platform and pulled 2,800 off. So I can't complain about that. But it was never a long term thing. It just depends on what they are. I wouldn't go crazy on them, but it's an interesting play. Optic color is still my favorite thing to buy. BGS has always been the home for autos. That's not super crazy. I don't follow the Pokemon market, but it looks like it's just gone down like everything else has. I haven't used card ladders since the beginning. I just prefer Market Movers platform a lot better. I know it's more expensive, but I'm used to it now. And I just don't see myself switching anytime soon. I'm gonna guess that he made a fortune because he got out super early. I like refractors and like X fractors and stuff like that for baseball. But you're right on card autos if you could get them like first Bowmans and stuff. Just because the trend right now is for base cards and color and variation and color and numbered and stuff. 100% agree with this. Nats, man, what's going on, buddy? I haven't checked BGS turnaround times for a while, but the best thing to do, Nats, man, is check. There is a blowout cards forum thread for each grading company of people posting their turnaround times. So that's where I always go to try to get like, hey, where's kind of like the state of turnaround times. But I think for Express, they've been doing okay-ish. It's if you get outside of like their super express level that it becomes a mess. I'm not big on F1. Oop, battery died on the camera, boys and girls. I have that plugged in. Oh well. Just make this big. You would think so. I do think he gets traded. Pretty much this. We don't know. We really don't. I'm not touching F1. That's just me personally. There's a ton of noise about this. I don't know that I really have a hot take. I don't know if they're grading harder, grading more accurately, pop controlling. I really don't know. The only orders I've gotten back recently are Marvel cards, so I don't expect a lot of tens on those. Excuse me. The only other sports card order I have out, I don't know when I'll get it back yet. It's like a 15 card economy order from late October that I sent out through Ryan at Card Collector 2. So, is anyone in chat planning on going the trade night at Card Collector 2 shop on Friday? I think it's a mess. I think it's a mess. But I have not heard much about it either. I, I don't want to like say I told you so, but I kind of agree. No, I don't. I don't think anyone actually wanted NFTs. They just wanted the money from flipping NFTs. SGC stuff's flying in regards to turnaround times. Have they been up on blowouts since the initial release? I haven't sold them. I check the site every day. I mean, if I was willing to sell, I would have sold already because they got up to like $3,500 and I didn't sell. So that's sitting. It's like dead sitting at 2K ish right now. No, I'm not in a hurry to sell my New Mutants 98. I mean, there's probably a number where if someone walked in and was like, "Hey, I'll give you this right now," but like, I'm not. I don't need the money. I'm into it for $1,100. I think. I don't necessarily see it going back down or below that price anytime soon. I'm not big on alt covers. I haven't looked into any Gary V's NFT stuff. Hot picks for today's NBA games. Let me pull up the schedule and go in order here. 1 second. Bucks Heat. I think the Bucks sweep. Heat are 1-2-3 Cancun. I'll go with that the Nuggets keep. Actually, I'll go with the Trailblazers bounce back in game 4 and even that series up. That feels like a 7-game series. 76ers smash the Wizards. And I think the Grizzlies win tonight. I'm going with the Grizz. To me, the Grizzlies game is the best one on the slate, in my opinion. Yeah, SGC's flying right now, but I don't know. I'll have to do a deeper dive on how their stuff's reselling. I'm not big on the prospect game, so I honestly have no idea. Yeah, I don't disagree with this cards and comics. For sure. I don't mind BGS, but ugh. Yeah, same here. I've only seen it on David Adams. I would like to find some local. I would not mind getting more boxes, but I really don't want to pay $250 a box. And I already have 6 coming. I think this is part of it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think the 526 date was real. I think it's always been late June. I think it's because fewer cards are getting sent to them, honestly. Excuse me. I don't disagree with this. Not big on the soccer card market. I just do not follow it. Yikes. Yeah, Mitchell's stuff seems really cheap right now on a dip. They're closer to PSA 9s in value. SGC 9.5s on Ultra Modern is like the kiss of death because you want it to sell for more than it should, but it won't. Like, really, it should be slightly above a PSA 9, and they typically end up going for closer to PSA 9, is what I found. I've officially caught up on chat. Only took me an hour and 20 minutes. It's a combination of about a billion different things. These are definitely 2 factors, but they are not the only factors. Luca. It's not really close. I have to imagine Memphis is going to be a relatively full house. If you're buying, buy SGC 9.5s. You can get them for steals. Oh, really? Metals are tough grades. Eh. Eh. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap here pretty soon. Go get myself some lunch. I'm going for about $1.20. I don't have a ton of Bowman Chrome stuff personally. I have one Acuna. That's it. I do like the first Bowman Chrome rookies base. They do pretty well. Also tend to be a little bit lower population. Smash the like button on the way out the door, kids. eBay affiliate link, all that stuff. Market Movers affiliate if you want the coupon code. Let's see what tomorrow, Sunday morning video, normal weekly wrap up stuff. Monday, Marvel Mondays. Then I'm not sure for the rest of next week. I think every Friday I'm gonna do a little deeper dive, kind of like I did yesterday, with the NBA playoff market video, where I think every Friday I'm gonna kind of do that for at least the next couple weeks on how the playoffs are affecting the NBA card market and just do a little bit deeper dive. Because I could just spend 20 or 30 minutes on the NBA market strictly with how the playoffs are affecting things versus just trying to do it in like a short segment on the Sunday video. So, other than that, I'm not sure what I got on the docket for next week. We will see what I come up with. But yeah. Smash the like button. You guys have a wonderful, nice, long weekend. Enjoy the playoffs, and we will catch you guys tomorrow morning for the week in review. Peace.